Oh, Jeremy, welcome to the Briggity Pro Pops Big Time Podcast. Oh, boy.
Bro. Bob's Podcast.
That was just a bunch of dead air for all of our cherished listeners
I wouldn't say it was dead. There was
via the
nothing about
podcast.
that.
Yeah, it
Nothing
sounded
dead
like
about
you in
that.
the race.
Shut up. Let's go, Brad. Just go. You should just take this by yourself.
What's the rest of the episode going to be? A pity party?
I mean, that's what I feel it should be. I tried to be a pity party and you wouldn't let me.
I know.
And I appreciate that, but I don't really appreciate that because I was feeling super sorry for myself.
Have you been running this week, Jeremy?
No, Brad. You know I haven't been running. You want to know why? Because my Achilles is still not good.
What's wrong with it?
Vaginitis, probably.
So did it flare up because of the half marathon?
No. It was fine after the half marathon. It was fine during the half marathon. It was not fine when Elliot and I came out of the hotel and charged down toward you guys on the way down to the wharf. And I was wearing my
That was the difference.
It's the shoes, man. My Achilles wasn't ready for the Vans, apparently. So I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you on that. But I will say one thing went really, really well.
Tell me, Jeremy.
With this half marathon.
Tell me.
My nippies.
I have to say it's the single best running product on the market. Bar none.
As opposed to nip guards that are like 6.5 millimeters tall.
Donuts.
Yeah, like big time. Like those guys are crazy elevated and they make your nipples look all weird and they don't stick nearly as well and it's just weird. Just weird. Okay. They do offer more protection, like so people don't actually see the nip.
Okay.
Because with nippies, they're just pixelated.
Yeah, but it's so just obscene, that donut, that hemorrhoid donut, that nipple hemorrhoid donut.
Like, what happens if you have big nipples? Nippies, I don't know, will work.
They would, because like if you had a large areola, say it's this big.
It's not even the areola, it's the nipple.
If it was I know, but it then offers a layer of protection. Like it might hurt to rip it off of said
What if happens if you have a nipple that's like that big?
What are you, a cow?
I mean, some people might be
the size of the tip of your nipple or of your
the tip
pinky?
of your finger, of your pinky. I've seen
nipples. I mean, in that
like
case,
that
what
big.
if it's like the size of your thumb? What if that was the nipple?
That would be unfortunate.
That would be a chest penis.
I imagine it would be. We would no longer call them nipples. They would honestly. Maybe even we wouldn't have another term for them outside of udders. You would just have udders on your chest.
Is the udder the part that you milk though, or is that like
that's the udder bag?
Bulge. Right? Yeah, it's the bag.
And then the udder bag, and then the udder is like
the nipple.
It's not. Is it the nipple?
That's what I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm not a farmer. I don't know. I don't go around milking cows for my own milk.
I would think maybe you would refer to a veterinarian or maybe even just a doctor, but you just go straight to farmer. Like if you need to.
How often do vets go and milk cows?
They would know their anatomy.
Sure, but do you think there are more vets or more farmers out there?
I think there's more farmers that are prone to call something just like I don't know, what would the name of that be? They wouldn't use the anatomical term. They'd use like a...
Are we even recording right now, Brad?
Yes.
I don't see it up in my corner.
Not my problem. Mine says 4:53.
Okay.
It might be because I expanded this whole thing.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I mean, I trust you. I just want to make sure that we're not going through this awesome conversation and not have record of it.
About nipples and udders and
Yeah, this is so good. This is what our audience comes in and listens for.
I mean, why wouldn't you just say I don't know if it's a nipple or not. We'd have to ask the Amish.
I mean, why the Amish? They make furniture.
They farm.
And make furniture.
With no electricity, unless it's on a generator.
I mean, that's true. What is that? Is that
Louis. He is so obnoxious.
Good old Louis.
Yep. And so let's go over. So you've run. Let's get off the nipple topic. I don't think this is gonna retain the viewership or listenership.
I mean, some people really might like nipples.
But I'm guessing they wouldn't be searching a running podcast to find nipple talk on.
I thought we were talking about nippies.
Jeremy, that's just churlish.
That's what you told me we were talking about today on the podcast. It was strictly nippies.
So I've run 25 miles this week.
Brad, that is amazing. I am proud of you. Pats on back.
And I don't know if you've noticed, I've gone rogue. Hippie.
Meaning what? I haven't noticed.
Look like a hippie right now.
I don't see a difference, Brad.
One, I haven't shaved.
Okay.
Two, here, hold on. I'll turn around for you. And describe what you're seeing, because it's going to be...
Wait, hold on. Are you going
to blow you away.
Oh, man. Are you going to grow out a mullet?
A skullet.
Are you going to really do that? That is good, Brad.
It feels good. I've been just running my hands through the back of my hair.
A little bit of hair. Have you shaved the top? Or is that just naturally that bald?
No, it's just natural.
See, I'm like, dude, your top of your noggin always looks so shiny and good. You don't have a lot of hair. I mean, I've got some. Dang, Brad. That is a look.
Studley Dudley.
Dudley Dudley, buddy.
Do you think that, like a super, well, I guess let's just use our imagination. A super fit guy with a hair.
With whore hair? I don't know what that is, Brad. You care to enlighten?
A hair horseshoe.
Horseshoe hair?
A hair horseshoe.
Okay, a hair horseshoe.
It wouldn't be horseshoe hair. It'd be a hair horseshoe. Like it's a horseshoe made out of hair.
That'd be horseshoe hair.
No, it'd be a hair horseshoe.
Semantics. Okay, go ahead, hair horseshoe.
Because it's hair in the shape of a horseshoe. It's not a horseshoe made out of hair.
No. Horseshoe hair would be hair that comes from a horseshoe. So you'd have to go around gathering all the little hairs off of horses that are stuck on the horseshoe, and that would be horseshoe hair.
Listen, super fit dude shows up with a
hair
horseshoe.
Okay. Mullet.
Is that more intimidating than just a straight up bald fit guy?
100%.
I think it is.
Because you know that guy doesn't give two shits. He's going to put it out there. And because his hair it doesn't matter about the hair. Doesn't matter what he looks like. He knows what pain is because he gets ridiculed daily. And he just goes for it. So yeah.
ZFG.
What's ZFG mean?
Zero fucks given.
Zero fucks given. I like it.
He just comes up like rubbing his
head. I think it's even more intimidating if that person has what did you call it? A skullet?
A skullet. Long. That's where that says, dude, watch out.
Are you going to do it? I don't think you are. I don't think you're going to.
By that point, you've just become the guy from Scary Movie. Grab my strong hand!
Here, take my strong hand.
Whipping up the mashed potatoes. My germs! Oh, man.
But
yeah.
It could be a look, Brad.
You're either homeless or just the
Bad.
biggest hardo in the world.
Yeah, dude. I think you can pull it off.
Levi keeps telling me to grow the skullet.
I'm seconding that whatever motion.
Well,
here.
Watch out.
Yay.
Next week it should be twice as long.
It's true. It's only been a week since we've done this, huh? Since a little over a week since our half marathon. That was
a week and a day. And I saw you this time. Well, not this time, but just before this time, a week ago.
You did. You did.
So I did 25 miles this week, and it got me thinking. Do you know who Arlen Glick is?
Sounds kind of like a wet towel to me.
I don't believe so, but sure.
No, I do not know who Arlen Glick is.
So Arlen Glick, let me think. Well, let's see. I'll just tell you some of his results. So he lives in this area. He runs down here in Akron all the time. So, and he runs with a bunch of people that I know. So let's see. In 2023, he ran the Runnin' Rabbit 100-mile hares. In 18 hours, 43 minutes, finished third.
Yeah.
He ran Hard Rock. He finished fifth.
Okay.
26:43.
Yeah, it's legit.
So what's wild about the Hard Rock 100 is he finished fifth overall and fourth in men.
So two ladies.
One person. Courtney DeWalter beat him.
Oh, that's right. Okay, my maths were off. Courtney DeWalter is going to beat everybody. He
ran Western States last year.
Okay.
So he did a serious. He went June, July, September of races.
Those are big races too.
Western, Hard Rock, and Run Rabbit Run. Holy moly!
That's a lot.
In particular, Western States and Hard Rock back to back.
Oh yeah, big time.
So he's won a bunch of races. He's
but not those big races though.
No, I mean I think the best that he's done, I want to say, is he finished at Western States like in the top 5 the first time he ever ran it.
That's pretty good. I plan on winning.
So don't quote me on finishing 5th, but I know like it was a big deal his first Western States, because people were like, where the hell did this person come from?
Right, out of nowhere.
He did the JFK 50 miler.
Hey, I told you, dude. How did he do there?
16th.
Dude, those JFK is really the only like ultra that I know well. Those guys are fast.
6 hours, 35 minutes.
That's crazy fast.
So basically almost like 2 marathons back to back in 3 hour and under 3:20 per marathon.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you got 15th.
Yes. So anyway, so it got me thinking because I've seen this dude. So his first Western States, he finished 3rd overall.
Okay, 3rd. That's even better than you said. You said 5th.
Yeah. So I thought he was. I didn't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So, but it got me thinking. Arlen seems like a pretty legit dude. But I've been to a couple of group runs here in the last few weeks.
Okay.
You know who's become the most annoying group of runners?
Ultra
marathoners.
Why?
Because every time they can't do something, they just throw, I'm an ultra runner.
What do you mean they can't do something? Like, give me an example.
Like they can't run, say, a 7-minute mile at the end of a 5-mile run.
Okay.
And they're like, I don't have speed. I'm an ultra runner. And I go, well, maybe like when you're out of season. He's like, I'm an ultra runner. We don't peak or ever be out of season. I go, well, then you're just not taking racing seriously then.
See, I had a conversation with my mom today where she made some significant generalizations. I think you're doing the same thing here, Brad.
No, so I think what's happened, ultra marathons is the new marathon.
Okay. I don't agree with that, but okay. I think we know more about it because we're more in the running community or have been in the past versus like the person who's only training for a 10K, they're not talking ultras, they're not thinking ultras. The marathon is like the be all and the end all.
I think the marathon now has become the 1 mile.
Brad, you're having some hot takes right now.
No, I'm being dead serious.
The marathon has become the 1 mile.
Yeah, because look at the number of finishers. It's like an all-time high for marathons.
Yeah, but Brad, that's because more people are running now.
That's right. Which means more people are doing ultra marathons than ever before. Okay. And now the pool has become completely diluted.
Okay, so what are you saying is the cure for this?
So it's not like the top end of it. I'm just saying they've become an annoying group of runners.
Like marathoners used to be like, well, I ran a marathon last week.
Well, like all those memes, like, how do you know somebody's training for a marathon? Give them a minute and they'll tell you.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, we're talking
to
people.
Maybe it's even
people a week.
I know, but maybe
our process.
Right. Maybe a better analogy is they've become the new Iron Man people.
Oh. I think that's a more apt analysis. Yeah. I think the analysis is, yeah. I can get behind that.
So remember how annoying triathletes used to be?
Yeah, big time.
So, and I think it's gotten away from that because all of those schmoes have moved over to ultra marathoning now.
I don't think they all have, Brad. Again, generalizations.
Okay, life is a generalization.
Life is not a generalization.
Yes, it is. You're generally ugly. You're generally churlish. That's a generalization, like most of the time.
The fact of the matter is this. If I'm ugly, you're ugly because we're twins.
We're not twins.
People think we are all the time. At least related.
No.
Yes, they do.
This is because people generalize too much and they see two bald men wearing glasses and they go, oh, they must be related.
No, we share.
It's egregious to generalize in that manner.
But it's not to generalize about ultra runners
or
triathletes.
So listen. What was the most annoying thing about triathletes? Like when triathlons was in its heyday in the 90s up to, say, 2005.
What was most annoying about it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was this like giant swath of the population. In particular, maybe it was more near and dear to you and I because it was all people that like didn't do anything in college. Like they didn't participate in athletics in college.
Yeah.
They get out into the workforce. Then they put on all of this drinking and like you've got some money in your pocket. Wait. And then they say, well, like I need a challenge. I'm going to do an ultra marathon or a triathlon. And they go out and they buy a road bike and put aero bars on a road bike, just the two sticks on a road bike. They go and they do just like a general Ironman that they train for like a year and a half for.
Okay.
They tell everybody about it.
Okay.
Then they take like 3.5 days to finish said triathlon.
No, they don't take 3.5 days. You're being
They take an obscenely long time.
Okay.
And then they go get an M.dot tattoo on their calf or their arm or on their thigh. Usually the calves. A lot of times, like on the side of the leg, like calf/shin, just above your ankle bone. Like, they loved that tattoo. That was as prominent as like the tramp stamp or tribal arm sleeves, just arm bands.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so those people were so annoying. And then for like a period of about 10 years, post them finishing it, all they talked about is, have I shown you my M. Dot tattoo? I did Ironman Coeur d'Alene, and I did it in 22 hours. You want to talk about something hard? You try being on a bike for 13 hours and then running a marathon in 8.
Brad, it seems like you're a hater.
I'm hating right now, Jeremy. I'm hating right now.
I can tell.
Why are
you hating so much?
Those people were super annoying, and now it's transferred over to ultramarathon. So listen, how many people do you go and talk to and say, oh yeah, I've run however many marathons, even if you've run 1 or you've run 5, that they go, oh my gosh, I could just never do that. That's unbelievable. You're the only person that I know that's ever run a marathon.
A lot of people still do that.
Who?
Your mom? People. My mom's always impressed by what I do athletically.
Was she impressed with the half marathon?
She told me I was an idiot for even.
So no, she wasn't impressed.
She was impressed that I finished it. Based on Brad, how many miles? I don't even know how many miles I've had this year. I can clearly state that it's not been 50 miles this year.
This is why you've been so jazzed up for an ultra marathon, because you are an ultra marathoner.
How am I an ultra marathoner?
Because it's all that you talk about. Like, I just did a half marathon with no running at all. No running at all. And do you know how hard it is to run a half marathon with no training?
I didn't say that, how hard it was. I said that I didn't say it. I said, look, I've done 50 miles this year, and it was not ideal for me to go out and do a half marathon. I didn't say how hard it was. It was hard, but that's on me.
So now we've got to go back to this story. How the hell are you going to finish Grandma's?
Under my own free will, and
we have under 13 weeks.
That's still 3 months. I can get up to doing a 20-mile run in 3 months.
You have to be able to run.
I'm going to run tomorrow.
20 miles?
You're not running 20 miles yet, Brad.
I'm way closer to 20 miles than you are.
I ran 13 miles. How far have you run?
13.5.
I think we're on the same. I think we're even playing field right there.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't say I ran the whole thing. I walked more than half of it. So, yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, no, you definitely didn't walk more than half.
No, I walked probably a quarter.
I bet you ran 3/4.
Yeah. I'll walk probably a quarter of it. So that's a lot. You think I walked 4 miles or 3 miles?
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll walk 3 miles.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
I mean, maybe you didn't walk some of that because then there were periods where you just stopped.
That's true. I did.
So the ultra runners have just become annoying.
Brad, that's not all of them, though.
You're right. Not like the elite level ones. It's just the people.
No, I have a friend who I work with who doesn't say anything, and she does tons of ultras. She never talks about her.
How do you know then? How do you know about these ultra marathons?
Because I talk to her about it. People don't even know that she's a runner. Like, she truly is the most down to earth.
So how do you know?
Because I work with her, Brad. What I'm saying,
so she tells her coworkers.
No, she doesn't tell her. Can I finish? So you remember when I lived in the residence and we had to do all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's how I got to know that she's an ultra runner. She doesn't, truly, a lot of people don't even know that she does those things.
Uh-huh. So how'd you find out? Tell me, I'm intrigued.
I just told you because she told me. Because we talked about running. Because she
started the conversation.
She talked.
She saw you running and she said, Jeremy, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I run ultra marathons.
No, she doesn't say that.
Yeah, I bet she did. I bet she did.
Didn't.
I bet she
She
did.
gets embarrassed when anybody talks to her about it. She didn't.
I doubt it.
Brad,
What's her name?
Jen.
Jen,
Yes.
the ultra marathoner.
I mean, she is, yes.
If it's in her name, she's telling you.
She doesn't say Jen the Ultrarunner. That's not the name she goes by. She doesn't introduce herself to her kids. Hi, I'm Jen the Ultrarunner.
So didn't you think at one so do you think climbing Mount Everest is that big of a deal anymore?
Yes. Just because people have done it doesn't mean that it's not an ordeal.
It's an ordeal on the backs of other people. The real ultramarathoners that are out there winning races.
So you're not a real marathoner or 5Ker or anything until you've won a race.
So is it as cool to climb Mount Everest with a team of Sherpas that are carrying all your shit? You've got an oxygen tank and you're stepping over the 100 dead bodies on the way to the top.
No, it's not as cool, but it doesn't mean that it's not something that you would want to talk about. It takes a lot of preparation to get there.
More like a lot of preparation of putting money together.
That too. But Brad, I would venture to say that the two of us couldn't go and do it just right now.
Easy.
No way. No way.
No cap.
Way.
No cap.
Oh, no cap. I thought you said no camp. So you're saying that people who don't win races, don't win anything.
No, it's not that you don't have to win. It's just that these people, all they talk about is, you're only doing 5, I'm doing 20 tonight. That's why I'm not going to be running with you.
Those guys are asshats. Who gives a shit? That's not most of the ultra runners.
That's the majority of the ultra runners these days.
Not.
Yeah, it is.
It is not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, you're a hater.
I'm not a hater.
We're going to become one of those people.
I'm a truth teller.
We're going to become one of those people.
I'm not going to be talking about,
We will on our podcast.
There's no peaking because I'm an ultra runner.
Well, no, we're not going to be
that. It still is stupid. Why wouldn't you peak for an ultra marathon?
I think what they think is that you have to do like a bunch of speed work and stuff. Of course they're peaking. They just don't call it that because they're not like, they don't understand. They're dumb.
So you're admitting what I'm saying.
No, those guys are. I would say that most people, I would say that most ultra runners are not the people that you're saying they are.
So think about how hardos the ultra community used to be.
Yeah, dude.
No GPS watches.
Nope.
They used to drink what was it? They used to drink whiskey on the course.
Whiskey, beer, all the good stuff.
Yeah. They were wearing cotton clothes.
Okay.
There were no aid stations full of food. There were no energy gels.
Okay.
That's the way ultra...
How long ago are you talking? Like way back in the day? Like the original guys? Like the 80s?
Yeah.
70s, 80s? Okay. But like even 2000s, there were gels. There were aid stations.
I know, and that was kind of the demise of ultra running.
Jesus Christ. Brad, I don't know what kick you're on. I don't know what has crawled up your ass and died. I don't know. But something you have a stick up your butt about this. Why are you you were just about like, last week, I just really enjoyed it. I had so much fun.
I did have an absolute hoot and a blast at at our half marathon.
Yes.
One of my best running experiences ever.
You're welcome. Do you think if we were both healthy and fit that you would have had as much fun?
Nope.
You're welcome.
Nope.
I'm taking credit for that, bad boy.
Because racing, if you're actually going to run it to be hard, think of how long a half marathon hurts.
It hurts for a lot.
So if you're going to run for an hour and a half, it's basically the first 30 minutes is the only free time that you get.
Yep.
And then it's an hour of hell.
Yeah, last hour.
And the last 20 minutes is just beyond miserable.
Yeah. I get it, Brad. I get it big time. So you're welcome.
So what is the goal of ultra marathoning? It's just to have an awesome day out on the trails? Yes. Why sign up for a race?
For the belt buckle, dude.
None of those people are getting a belt buckle.
Some people are. I think we would.
I mean, I would. I kind of feel like you have zero chance.
Are you saying that I'm not capable of getting a belt buckle, Brad?
I mean, no, you could buy a belt buckle. I just don't think you could earn a belt buckle.
You don't think I can earn a belt buckle, Brad?
When was the last time you ran? The
6, 7, 8 days ago. But I'm going to start my streak tomorrow.
How is that going to help your Achilles?
I don't. At this point, you're making me feel bad. Oh, Jeremy, you know you're doing the right thing when we're not on the podcast, and then when we are. When's the last time you ran, Jeremy? You're just garbage. Are you even going to be able to do anything? So you're speaking out both sides of your mouth, being a complete butthole.
Of course, I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth. What does that even mean?
That's a euphemism. You know
what does that euphemism mean? That makes no sense.
One thing over here and one thing over here, and they don't reconcile.
But it's the same mouth.
Yeah, you're the same person. You're not saying the same thing, though.
I would think it'd be more like you're speaking out of both sides of your body. Like you're talking baloney and you're spewing bullshit out your butthole. Think about it. That is honestly way better.
But it's not. Yes, it's not the saying.
I know, but it's a better saying. Like some things need to be updated, and this saying is trash. Speaking out of both sides of your mouth makes no sense. Talking out of both of your assholes is a better one.
Right. I didn't know when's the last time you talked out of your asshole? Because
I'm saying the euphemism here is that your mouth is an asshole. And then it's perfectly obvious that the other asshole's your asshole.
I mean, I wouldn't venture to say most people would get that one.
Right. And see what I mean? It leaves nothing to, like, speculation. Like, what are you talking about? Both sides of your mouth? That makes no sense.
How are you talking out of your asshole? Do you mean you're pooping? Like, what are you even talking about?
You can sing. People, like, fart songs. That's basically singing, which typically comes from your mouth.
Fart songs?
You've never heard somebody fart a song?
No.
Are you serious? Yes.
You farting a song?
No.
You took offense to that. No, of course I don't. I'm too uppity for that. Clutch your pearls.
You're sick.
You're sick. You're the one talking about farting songs.
You could play a trombone with your butthole, I bet.
I don't know that it would be good.
Or bugle?
Are you talking specifically about my butthole or anyone's butthole?
Anyone's.
Okay. I was making sure that you're not like talking shit about just specifically my butthole.
Yeah.
Are you finding a clip of people farting?
Yeah, but I mean it's not gonna translate well onto this. Maybe if I have time, I'll insert it.
That's what she said about your butthole. It's called pegging, Brad.
Oh my God.
Good. I got you so good. You look miserable right now. You're living life, hating things. You're hating my last joke. You're hating on people who you're hating on euphemisms that are tried and true. You're hating on people who run ultras. You're hating on the marathon because now it's just the mile?
I think it's the new most hated group. Like,
From
there is something to being selective.
Okay, I would still say that it's the most selective group there is.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
If the marathon is now the mile,
Yep.
then what's left? The ultra.
The 5K, the ultra marathon.
The 5K ultras.
Well, the ultra marathon now is just the new marathon.
No.
Yes.
There are still fewer people doing marathons than there were in the 80s. Or ultra marathons than there were in the 80s.
Because ultra marathons weren't a thing.
Oh my God. What I mean is there are fewer people now doing ultras than there were people doing marathons in the 80s.
I just watched with Kira the Barkley Marathons again.
Dude, did you see the outcome of the most recent Barkley's marathons?
There was like 6 finishers. 5.
The first
woman ever.
Yeah, it's awesome.
See what I mean?
What?
It's not even a big deal anymore.
Oh, you're right. How many people have ever finished the Barkley Marathons?
I mean, I don't know.
Less than 30.
And all of a sudden there's 6 now?
There are 5 and one. But
okay.
I think everybody outside of the lady are like multi-time finishers.
So a 6th of them came in 1 year.
Something like that.
Or a 5th of them.
Again, Brad, the people there, I think 4 of the 5 who finished have finished multiple times, or at least once before.
And are they?
They're not new finishers.
Well, one, Barkley Marathons is more, seems like an orienteering mission than it is ultra running.
It's both. It's 100 miles. That's 60 hours.
Okay, and most every other 100-miler is done in 24 hours, like well under 24 hours.
And that goes to show you how hard it is.
That means most of the time you're walking.
Okay. You still have to go 100
miles. Now walking? We're rewarding walking now?
Brad.
Look, that's the lowest bar.
Okay, Brad. How about this?
What's next? It's going to be an ultra marathon of how long you can stay in bed?
You apply to get into the Barkley Marathons, and you see how far you go.
It's like a secret. It's not even a secret that I want to uncover.
I know somebody who's done it, and they can help me along. Or help you along.
Well, Kira...
He did it once. Or no, he's done it. I think he's tried a couple times. I think the farthest he's gotten is 13 miles.
Kira wants this to be like our next season. So season 1 is getting through the marathon.
Okay. Because that's a year. That's right. That's fine.
Season 2 is going to be our ultra marathon journey.
Okay.
And then she wants us to have an entire season of getting into the Barkley Marathons.
Okay.
I told her, hell no.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared of the distance. The orienteering component is frightening.
Why?
Jeremy, you and I have been lost in Ann Springs Greenway before, much less the middle of nowhere, Tennessee.
It's true. I didn't know that area.
You're going to know Tennessee's backwoods now.
Possibly. Maybe I'll do a reconnaissance mission. We can do some training out there. Moorhead State Park. Isn't that, or Frozen Head? That's what it's called.
Frozen Head. Yeah.
Frozen Head State Park.
Yep.
We can go out there and start doing it, dude.
Okay. When are you going to go? When can you run?
I'll run tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go do a loop. 20 hours.
You can go tomorrow?
Yeah, I have off to school tomorrow.
You didn't just finish your spring break?
No, it finishes tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow's the last day?
Yeah. What?
I mean, I keep coming back to, so now the new ultra marathons, it's cool to just have more walking than running?
Did you see the lady finish?
Okay, that's the only stretch that you run.
It's not.
I've watched the movie, Jeremy.
Yes, and they're running a lot.
No.
A ton.
You think they're running through that briar patch with all the thorns? No.
I would.
No, you wouldn't. You think they're running on the pillars where they're just walking over all those rocks?
Yep.
And then they're running up that hill that you have to climb up?
Yeah. That's big time.
So where, not once yet have I heard any spot that you run, other than the finish.
No, Brad, you just run the whole time.
No, there was no one running in the movie.
It's all they were doing, Brad. I've seen it multiple times. I've seen it probably.
It doesn't sound like it.
Seen it 20 times. That's all they do.
It doesn't sound like it.
So our next season is going to be our ultra season, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I can get behind that. So are we gonna do what we've talked about? Or are we gonna jump into we can talk now. There are some things to do there. We can do a 50K as a warm up. We can do a timed run, like an 8-hour, right, to see how far you can go in 8 hours.
All in 1 year?
A 50K isn't really much more than a marathon, Brad. It's not that much different. An 8 hour. If you can do a 50K, you can do an 8-hour. Then you train for a 50 miler.
Exactly, because ultra running is no big deal.
Then you could do a 50 miler after the 8-hour. Maybe the 8-hour is the in between. So you go 50K, 8-hour, ultra. You go 50 miler, 100K, 100 miler. 5 races in a year.
Jesus.
That's one every 2.5 months.
Yeah, you can barely get healthy enough for a half marathon.
Brad, don't worry about that. Why are you worried about that?
Because I'm just going to be out here by myself, and you're just going to be squirting water on me as I pass it on each loop.
And I'm not doing Burning River. I'm not doing Burning River.
Yep.
It's too hot.
No, it's not. It's Ohio.
It's in July.
In Ohio.
It doesn't matter. It's July.
In Ohio.
Ohio still gets to
Northern Ohio.
Still, it's going to be hot.
Okay, so we're going to Minnesota in June for a marathon.
Yeah, June is the end of spring.
What the hell's that matter?
Springtime, baby. That's what that matters.
So it's not hot in spring?
It can be. The chances of it being hot in July are significantly higher than it being hot in June.
Not in Ohio.
Brad, that is the worst argument I've ever heard.
I don't know what to tell you, Jeremy, other than these new ultra runners are real schleps.
No, they're not. Stop. We're going to be those schleps here in a couple months.
No, but I'll be fast.
Okay, we can be fast ultra runners. What is
I know, but it's slow ultra marathoners that are driving me nuts.
Do you call slow marathon runners schleps?
If they're annoying,
then you could say that the same thing about everybody. It's not just ultra runners.
No, that's just not true. How many slow runners do you know that are at the Olympics in the 1600 or in the 1500? None. There's none, Jeremy.
And what do you think they talk about all the time?
Anything but running.
No, that's all their life is running. They're like, oh,
that's why they talk about everything else.
No, that's all they have to talk about. Oh,
how many Olympians do you know?
Former Olympians?
Sure. One?
Like personally?
Yep.
I know like 2.
Who?
Alan Webb.
You don't know Alan Webb.
I do. I raced against him.
That's not knowing him.
I raced against him in high school. He was scared of me.
That's not knowing him. So what's the other Olympic runner that you don't know?
He was scared of me.
Who's the other one?
Terrence.
Did you know Terrence?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Why are you shaking your head and looking off into the net? Nothing.
You are being something else today.
What?
You're being something else today. You are being something else.
And so when you talked to Terrence, all that he talked about was the Olympics and running?
He looked at me with one of his eyes and he said, yep, all I can do is run. That's all he said.
I've never once heard him say that.
We were close.
I'm pretty sure I was closer with Terrence than you.
No, he came over to my house.
Oh
Like,
my God.
he's the godfather of my son.
Okay.
He's pretty close, man. Like, we have Christmas together.
So, but the moral of this story is you really know no Olympic runners or
no.
what they talk about.
I could just imagine.
No.
I'm making a generalization, Brad.
So
because
again,
I'm sure there are some Olympians who only talk about running.
okay, but we're talking about the norm here. The
Aren't we talking
median.
about generalization? Then why did you bring up Olympians?
Because they're fast.
What's that have to do with what we were talking about, dude?
Because there's no slow Olympian runners.
Well, no shit.
Okay. And none of those people are annoying.
They're annoying as hell.
You can't prove it.
I bet Jakob Ingebrigtsen is annoying as shit.
No way.
That guy is probably the most
Studley
annoying
Dudley.
guy. He's
Studley Dudley.
He's totally Studley Dudley, but he's probably annoying as hell.
No way.
100%.
No, sorry. You're wrong.
No, I can guarantee the only thing he talks about is running. That's the only thing that guy even knows anything about. He probably doesn't even understand like 2 + 2.
So you're saying he's the new Galen Rupp?
Yeah, he's a wet towel for sure. That guy, all he does is like, look, if he doesn't win, there's always an excuse. It's not that he got beat fair and square. It's always like, oh, I was totally sick, dude. Oh,
that's what he sounds like from Norway.
Yeah, you didn't know there were certain.
I didn't know Norwegians sound like Bill and Ted.
I was totally not feeling good, bro.
Strange things are afoot at the local Circle K.
It wasn't local, Brad. It was just a Circle K.
Whatever.
He's like, strange things are afoot at my track.
Oh, God. So you're going to then make a generalization based off of one runner.
That's what you're doing, dude.
No, it's all the slow runners.
But it doesn't matter if they're slow or if they're not. What point are you making? Annoying people are annoying. That's it. Fair and square. You can't make a generalization.
So hold on. Is Courtney DeWalter annoying?
Probably not. I bet you.
Exactly. Jim Walmsley?
Probably.
No way. He was arrested. How could he be annoying?
I don't know. Yeah, do you think
Billy and Georgette?
You think Galen Rupp is annoying?
He's not an ultra runner.
No, but he's annoying as hell.
No, he's not. What's he done that's annoying? When?
Look at him. Everything about him is annoying. That guy is so annoying.
That's what people say about you, Jeremy.
And that's fine.
Jeremy.
But you can't generalize that all Jeremys are annoying because I'm annoying.
I feel like there's got to be in the ultra running world, like maybe these people would be less annoying. So if there was a standard that you like I understand that ultra marathons are so different that it's hard to judge one course to the next, but they've got like the Golden State tickets.
Yeah.
Or the golden whatever.
I got
tickets.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Which essentially now is qualifying. Like, I know it's more difficult than qualifying for Boston. Like, there's way less golden tickets than Boston qualifiers. But they need something like that. They need a definitive line of real ultra marathoners versus schleps.
And what would be the cutoff, do you think?
I don't know. It would be race dependent.
But when you call them a schlep because they're slow, doesn't mean that they're annoying.
I'm willing to bet they are. Everyone that I've ever met is.
So people who are slow are annoying. And if you're fast, you can't.
When
you're making, because you're saying Olympians can't be annoying because they're fast. If marathoners can't be annoying because they're fast.
Jeremy,
if you're
hold on.
Runner and you're slow, you can definitely be annoying.
I'm going to define the annoying people. It's that they're always justifying why they're slow.
Okay.
Like, it's not like, listen, I really like ultra marathons because, like, I'm not overly fast, but you give me 6 days, I'll finish 100 miles. And I'd go, man, well, I mean, that's really a lot of effort. I'm going to commend you for that. I'm going to give you the thumbs up. I'm going to say, way to go, bro or broette.
Okay.
So when you say, I don't really feel like running fast because I'm an ultra runner. I don't peak because I'm an ultra runner.
Well, that's just stupid people.
Slow people.
Maybe they're slow. I don't know that there is a correlation there, Brad.
Well, have you ever heard Jim Walmsley talk like that?
No, have you?
Nope.
Because I
Because
don't
he
know
wouldn't,
him.
because he's fast.
Maybe he does talk like that. Maybe he's like, no, I can't go out and break 15 or 14 minutes for a 5K because I'm an ultra runner and I'm not peaking for it. Would that be the same thing?
What?
You heard me?
We're really on different wavelengths here because I don't know what you're saying.
I said if he's to go out and just crush a 5K and he doesn't break whatever 14:30 or 15 minutes or whatever it may be, right, for a 5K, and he's like, look, I'm an ultra runner, I wasn't peaking for this, that's the reason I didn't do it, then he's a schlep too, right? And he's annoying.
That's right. So Jim Walmsley is not that slow.
He's not slow at all.
Just so you know, he's broken 14 in the 5K.
That's what I'm.
Exactly. So this is not applicable.
It is right now.
No, it's not.
It is.
Jeremy, basically what he did is the old way of running. Once he couldn't break 14 anymore, then he moved up to the next challenge.
Okay. What point are you making?
Well, these slow people just jump right into the ultra marathons.
What?
The only thing that they got phased out of was high school track because they got cut from the team.
Brad, what makes you think that they jumped right into ultras? Jesus Christ, you're going to alienate like 90% of our listeners, I would bet.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to alienate anybody. I'm just pointing out that if you're annoying, don't listen and then don't brag about being slow.
Brad, we're slow.
You're slow. I had to wait on you all damn day last Saturday.
Mean that I'm slow. I had no fitness. I'm not slow. Brad, I can beat you in a 100-meter dash.
Doubt it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready.
I'll go out to a track, videotape yourself and your time, and we'll compare times and videotaping.
When are we doing it?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
I'm traveling.
Excuses. Schleps always make excuses. I can't because I'm peaking for my travel.
Well, I can't do it on a plane.
Yes, you could. Back and forth down the aisle.
There's going to be a beverage cart in the aisle.
Do it when the beverage cart is not in the aisle, Brad.
We're setting up a 100-meter race.
Cool. Can't wait. I'm going to crush
So, but it needs to be like officially timed. No hand timing.
We're going to get an electric timing. Look, my home meet this year is sometime in April. I can't remember the exact date. I will be part, and it's electrically timed. Yes. I will go and run in the
hold on. Are there sensors on the starting blocks to DQ you for a false start? No. Well, then it doesn't count. That's not legal.
Oh my God, Brad!
I mean, that's serious. You can't get to the Olympics with unless
we're far from the Olympics, Brad. We're going to be, I would venture to say, at least 3 seconds off of Olympic qualifying.
Yeah, no. I mean, you, yes, but me, no.
What do you think you're going to run, Brad?
If I don't break 11, I'll be just flabbergasted.
You've never broken 11. Get the hell out of here.
What?
What? What are you saying? I've never broken 11. What?
Jeremy, what you're saying is as preposterous as, did you see there was, was it Neymar? The French soccer player? They timed him and he ran like an 11-second 100.
Uh-huh.
with a running start, and they're like, that's just a second slower than the world record set by Usain Bolt, which places you like in 75th place this year in the 100
for the women. I mean, truly.
So
what point are you making with that, Brad? You didn't even tell me what time you think you're going to run.
Fast. I did tell you. I said if I don't break 11, I'd be flabbergasted.
So you think you're going to break 11?
I would say if it's a good day, I don't want it. We need a windometer too. I don't want any winds cheating by you.
Get the fuck out of here, Brad.
And with that, so if it was 100% legal for a world record race, and it was good conditions, it'd have to be warm. It'd have to be warm.
Okay.
10-6?
You're stupid, dude. Okay, so how about...
But I'm 45, about to turn 46.
For every 10th that you're over, I get 1 minute added to the time of our next race.
The marathon?
Yep.
1/10 of a second over 10-6.
I get a minute.
A minute?
Yep.
I mean, at the most, you're going to get a minute.
Okay. You heard it here. Every 10th he's over at 10-6, I get a minute added onto the time that I already have, which is 3 minutes and something. So if you run, let's just say you run a 12, which would be exceptionally fast.
So we're just ignoring the fact that I waited around an entire weekend for you to finish this half marathon, that I shepherded you to the finish line?
We decided on that when we found out you were injured.
When we found out I was injured?
Yes, with your knee. Or not with your knee. We talked about it after.
This is what's truly disgusting about you, Jeremy.
What?
So the first race I had a torn meniscus. You still race me. Did I make a big deal about it? No. Then, just after my surgery, what did we do? Still race. You didn't help me out at all. This one, because you just didn't train, I'm out here ushering you around, picking you up.
Completely different, Brad.
Energy gels. This is disgraceful.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
This truly shows your true colors. And now you're asking for time and talking about your 3.5 minute lead. We'll
go to even.
I would have beat you by 40 minutes that day.
We'll go to even.
Maybe Brad. A day, because you might still be out there.
I might. We'll go back to even.
Wow.
Then. And every 10th you're over a 10-6.
Wow.
We'll go back to even. Every day, every 10th you're over a 10-6.
If we're going to start just arbitrarily giving out time, I want half an hour. I've got a 27-minute lead.
That's 14 minutes if you get to a 12 flat.
27 minutes I've got a lead right now.
If you go 12-6, that's 20 minutes that I get.
Okay, so then it'll all just be down to 27 minutes lead for the marathon.
No, you can't. You don't know how much you would have beat me by. If it was an actual race, I probably would have crushed you.
I would like everybody, as we bring this to a conclusion, feel free to comment. Comment how just ridiculous Jeremy's being.
Me?
Yes.
Brad, you just said you're going to run a 10-6.
So I've had injuries, physical injuries and ailments.
I'm still coping with my injuries.
And you race me, no questions asked. But in the half marathon, you're over there begging me, Brad, stay with me. Stay with me. I don't want you to leave.
I did not say those words one time.
That is. I truly have seen a lot in my day. I'm not sure that I've seen anybody stoop this low.
I said, Brad, just go.
It's no wonder you want to run an all. Yeah, but then I'd already stayed with you. By that time, I would have been a good 10 minutes away.
No.
Yeah.
Brad, I would have crushed you. I would have probably run an hour and 26 minutes.
The listeners and viewers are going to know just how disgusting you've become.
Well, Brad, are you going to give me the minute for every 10th you're over 10-6?
Are you going to give me the 45 minutes I would have crushed you by?
Nope.
See?
You think you would have beat me by 45 minutes, huh?
Maybe
You
2.5 hours. Again, you might still be there.
You think you would have run? So we ran 2:11,
Yeah.
give or take. So you think with 45 minutes, so that puts you at sub 2:40?
I was at 1:10 pace. Like shape. Yes, I was. Jeremy.
Brad, 45 minutes? 45 minutes.
I was in 1:10 shape that day.
So you were going to run an hour
1:10.
and 26 minutes.
No, I was going to run 1:10.
An hour 26 is what you think you could have run.
If I walked, I would have run 1:25.
Go out tomorrow when you get home, or go out tomorrow when you get to Charlotte or wherever, Florida, Charlotte, wherever you're going, and just run. It should be easy for you to go out and just run an hour 40 for your 13 miles, right?
Easy.
All right, go do it. If you do that, I'll give you the 31 minutes that you would have gotten.
Okay. I won't do it in Florida because it's hot and humid there.
I'm just hearing excuses now. I said it should be easy. You said you're going to run an hour 26. An hour 40 in worse conditions should be a relative easy
and
effort.
I was peaking for that half marathon. Now you're asking me to do it in the middle of training cycle.
All right, you ultra runner. I can't run that fast. I'm not peaking.
No, I'm saying you got to peak to run fast. The ultra runners say you never peak.
140 shouldn't be fast to you. You said you were out there running 110 pace.
Easy.
Okay, so add 30 minutes to that. That's 2 minutes, 3 minutes a mile almost.
And?
So I get a minute for every single tenth of a second. You are not at a 10-6.
You just keep coming back around to ways to manipulate, cheat, deceive, con.
Said that all I'm going to get, glon?
Con.
I thought you said glon.
Oh boy, here we go again with his glons. It's like you're hyper fixated on glonses.
I mean, maybe I am.
Jeremy, I want you to go back and listen to this episode.
I can't wait.
About how deceitful, conniving.
This guy.
Cheating, churlish.
Get some more adjectives out there.
I can't think of any right now, but maybe some will come up here in just a second. I don't know.
Are you looking at a phone?
No.
Are you sure? What are you doing over there, Brad? You're looking down.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You're not looking at the camera.
Okay.
I'm waiting. What are
you talking about?
You have to describe me, Brad?
What you're doing now is trying to avoid, escape, evade, elude, steer clear of, dodge, duck, miss, sidestep, bypass, skirt, shun, eschew, foil, frustrate, thwart, balk, and defeat.
All right. Your new name is Thesaurus. That's it.
What you're trying to do is deceive our listeners. Fraud them, in fact. What you're doing is deceitful. It's a level of deceptiveness that I've never even heard of before. It's cunning what you're doing, but this deceitfulness will not be stood for. You're lying. It's a level of dishonesty I've never even could have imagined. Double dealing, some would say. Fakery, crookedness, secrecy, dissembling, crookery, dissimulation, dupery, guile. That's a good one. Craftiness, cunningness, fraudulence, craft, swindling, skullduggery, subterfuge. Let's not forget that.
Subterfuge.
Williness.
Wiliness?
Trickery. Chicanery.
Wiliness or williness?
With williness and wiliness. Hanky panky. foxiness, hypocrisy,
I am foxy.
insincerity, jugglery, fib, wile, equivocation, artfulness, underhandedness, obliquity, chicane, deviousness, montbankery, shadiness, sneakiness, shrewdness, sanctimoniousness, untruth, covertness, unscrupulousness.
You're getting some big words in
These
there,
are
Brad.
just all off the top of my head.
It's quite crazy that you're doing this alphabetically as well.
Treacherousness. It's not no. Treacherousness. Fortuvinous. Smoothness. Slipperiness. Two-facedness. Stealthiness. Shiftiness. Slyness. Falsity. Slickness. Just to name a few things that you've done.
I am pretty slick. Thanks. I'm slick. I'm so slick. I'm slick.
Just, I want you to think about what you've done. You let me hop on one leg for 15K.
Hop. The 10K you were already fixed.
I had just been fixed.
You were fixed.
Just been fixed. Wearing a knee brace.
Fixed. Bionic.
And you just go run away, build up as much time as you can. When you can't do something, like a good friend, I hang back. I help out. Right, I pull you along.
We can take away the time that I gained on the 10K.
And then what you do, you hold over people's heads an arbitrary time that you built up against me, injured.
Okay. You just gave yourself
think about it.
5 minutes in a half marathon.
Just think about it.
You think about it. And you just said you're going to run a 10-6. Look, let's go back to even.
I just want you to think about it.
Let's go back to even, and I get a minute for every single 10th of a second.
I'm going to rewind. I'm going to rewind some of these episodes where you repeatedly, mind you, talked about, I mean, you're going to just kill me out here. It's not even going to be close. I mean, I'm in no shape to do this. I'm not even going to race.
Okay. I shouldn't have raced. I shouldn't have even run.
Well, maybe the same could be said as I was injured. Torn meniscus.
You were still running, Brad.
Hopping. I just want you to think about it.
I'm thinking
about it. Who's the real friend here?
You are a good friend. You are a good friend.
Who's the real friend?
I'm going to say you're a good friend.
You want me to go back through all the words that you are?
I don't want that to happen, nor do I think the viewers and listeners want that to happen. Are you going to do it anyway?
No. I just think that I've been over the top, made gestures of good faith to this relationship.
I concur.
What you've been is icy, frigid, cold, chilly, cool, brittle, reserved, chill, unsympathetic. Couldn't have said it better myself. Frozen, clammy, glacial, frosty, detached, antiseptic. Wintry,
septic.
Coldish, uncaring, cold-blooded, uncordial, pitiless, hard-eyed, unresponsive, heartless, uninterested, indifferent, soulless, unenthusiastic, cold-hearted, unfeeling, standoffish, unemotional, aloof, apathetic, impersonal, undemonstrative, antisocial, bloodless, hard-hearted, unsociable, dispassionate, offish, unsocial, kindness, and most of all, unfriendly.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Brad.
I mean, I don't know what else to make of this.
Are we quitting the podcast?
We could.
If that's how you feel.
I mean, quitting is a verb, as in to leave.
It's true.
Retire from. Abandon, resign from. Give notice. To chuck. Vacate. Step down. Step aside. Bag. Drop out. Or throw up this podcast. If that's what you're looking for, so be it.
I don't want that to happen, but it seems like that's what you want to happen because of me.
It's over.
Wow. Okay. 37